question I've got here is I'm way surprised that we moved along as quick as we did with this transaction, because the last time this was discussed was on February the 26th. That's when it was discussed. And when you read the minutes from the February 26th meeting, it says council members were in agreement to move forward to determine the value. We've done far more than determine the value. Well, did I miss a meeting between February 26th and now? How did we go from determining the value to where we are here tonight?
As part of the acquisition, you ordered the appraisal, and the appraisals are confidential until you enter into the contract. So this is an options contract. That's all this is.
Do we spend any of the taxpayers' money advertising on this deal?
Yes. There was an advertisement.
Under state statute.
The option contract was executed, and tonight it becomes the official contract for sale and purchase. And yes, there was a 30-day advertisement provided.
When was that authorized? What meeting was that authorized at, Mark? Did I miss that?
Well, I believe it was processed without council authorization. That was about September the 2nd, if I recall, that second or fourth that week that advertisement was placed. Now, that is part of the procedure for real property transactions, as has been adopted by the council.
Yes, if you were going to buy the property. Well, maybe the manager polled everybody on council. Did you poll them, manager Casella?
No, no decision to buy the property has been committed until this council acts tonight.
But Margaret, my problem is how we've moved from determine the value to we're ready to buy it. We've advertised it, the whole 9 yards. I'm just curious how we got from A to Z. I mean, I could see getting A to C, A to D even. How did we get A to Z in this deal?
Well, I think where you are tonight is whether you're going to buy the property. Those other steps are required by your procedures to get to tonight.
To advertise in the newspaper? That's a required procedure?
It's my understanding that it was done in a newspaper.
Yes, but that's not a required procedure to determine the value of the property. All council authorized the manager to do was determine the value of the property. I mean, that's all that was done. And Mayor, I'm gonna finish up on this. I've made my point, I believe, but I'm going to ask for one indulgence from you. Last week you spoke highly of the Constitution of the United States of America. Well, one of the first principles of that is the First Amendment, which is free speech, in particular criticism of government. This secret government is wrong. It was wrong for you to get the information on Smith in July and do nothing with it. It was wrong that was Chief disclosed tonight that Parker was aware of it in July.
Time out right there.
I understand,
I
and
did
it's
do
wrong. It is
time
wrong,
out,
sir.
Don't make a statement that you don't know the answer to. I did do what I was supposed to do by the law.
But Parker didn't. Parker didn't bring that back to council, sir.
I'm done. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for allowing it, but understand that is wrong and it has to come to an end.
Thank you. Well,
Okay, we need a vote, I
we have
believe.
a motion and a second to approve all the questions. Additional questions, comments, council?
I do wish we would follow procedures a little more cautiously, Mr. City Manager, because it just doesn't look good. So, you know, we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves without advertising. I'm in favor of it, but I can see why people would be suspicious. We just can't get ahead.
My understanding from that February meeting, and maybe I misunderstood, was for us to move forward with the acquisition. That's what you would agree to do that? There is a specific ordinance in place?
That is not true. I read the minutes. They were sent to me. What was said was determine the price and then we'll decide not to move forward. All I'm asking is, life would be so much easier, you know, for all of us without this type of conflict and perception.
One of the